Killing baby girls or allowing them to die is something that's hard to imagine or to even understand. But this tragedy is still occurring today and is called female infanticide. Female infanticide is defined as deliberate killing of newborn female infants or the termination of a female fetus through selective abortion. According to a summary of data collected by anthropologist Lila Williamson, female infanticide occurs in both tribal and quote-unquote developed nations. This practice is no longer an exception but a commonplace. Although female infanticide occurs in countries such as China and Pakistan, today I will be focusing more closely in the practice of female infanticide in India. Gender ideology is one of the reasons why female infanticide is being practiced. There is a higher value placed on a son's life than a daughter's, which is a result of the culture's male gender bias. The Brahmin community promoted customs and rituals that gave more importance to sons. The killing of females created a male-dominant and son-worshipping society. Because men are seen as an economic asset and are needed to work, since they are most likely to get employed over a woman, men also receive the dowries, and since they do not have to move out of their parents' house, they can also support their parents economically when they get old. Which brings me to my next reason on why female infanticide is continuing to be practiced in India: the dowry system. The dowry system is one of the biggest, if not the main reason why female newborns are being killed every day. A dowry system is a payment in cash or some other valuable gifts given to the groom. The financial stress that this puts the family often outweighs the value of the newborn girl, and often results in the killing of the female newborn to avoid financial burdens. Even though the payment of the dowry has been prohibited under the 1961 Dowry Prohibition Act, this tradition is still being practiced, and as a result, a woman is killed every hour due to dowry-related reasons. The mothers are often put in charge to kill the newborns. Mothers often squeeze the milky sap from an oleander shrub and mix it with castor oil and feed it to the newborn girl. The newborn will bleed from the nose and soon die afterwards. Another way of killing a newborn girl is to simply put a wet rag over the infant's face and essentially suffocating the child. The mothers do feel remorse for killing their child, but they also know that if they let the infant live and the family cannot come up with a sufficient dowry for the girl, she would be neglected growing up and nutritionally deprived. And if somehow married, she would be physically and emotionally abused due to a lack of or insufficient dowry by her husband or other family members. If allowed to live, girls will also suffer from malnourishment, and although this may not always be fatal to the child, this form of abuse can slow down physical and learning development. Also, 60% of these female infants that are allowed to live will suffer for not being vaccinated, another 20% will have acute respiratory infections, and 40% will receive no medical treatment whatsoever. Another form of killing the infant is by simply aborting it. In these modern times, the woman's husband and in-laws will actually pay a doctor under the table and force the woman to undergo an illegal ultrasound. Sex-selective abortion is the practice of terminating the pregnancy based on the sex of the fetus. As a result, the female-to-male ratio is now 933 to 591 females to every 1,000 males. This practice has gone down slightly over the years, mainly because there have been laws to attempt to stop female infanticide. Documentaries such as It's a Girl, the 3 Deadliest Words in the World, and there have been campaigns to raise awareness for female infanticide in India. These campaigns are meant to enforce the government to take action and enforce the laws. To raise awareness for female infanticide and to help the fight against gendercide, you can go to www.itsagirlmovie.com and sign the 50 Million Missing Campaign petition. Or you can help save a girl by donating to the Invisible Girl Project, which programs encourage Indian mothers to keep their girl children alive and also provide the orphan girls food and shelter and education. The last thing you can do to raise awareness is to tell everyone you know about female infanticide. We can no longer overlook the fact that there are reportedly as many 200 million girls missing in the world today. And if nothing is done about this, these numbers will only continue to rise. Thank you.